Hi, everybody. My name is Nick Ravel, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I'm going to be playing some music from my album Letters to My Future Self, and in this context involving live looping, and processing, and pretty much everything you're going to hear is going to be recorded in the moment, live as I go. And I've set it up in a way where all I have to do is play the music. Welcome to anybody on Twitch who is possibly tuning in. I'm being presented by Quarantine Concerts. Thank you very much, Quarantine Concerts, for connecting musicians that have lost work, have no more performance opportunities, with audiences who have lost all of their listening opportunities. This is a really amazing situation to be in. I just realized this past week how much I have missed performing really with my quartet, public quartet. We had a busy concert series that's gotten canceled, like pretty much all of the musicians. And I'm just so fortunate and I feel so grateful to be here playing with you. So this first tune is called Viola Cake. It's from the album, and I guess for me it's a bit of a roller coaster ride. It reminds me of what it's like to be thrown for a loop by life's little surprises. Viola Cake. Field cake, everybody. There we go. All right, that's enough of that. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked that one. If you're just joining us now, this is Quarantine Concerts, and my name is Nick Ravel, and I play viola. If it is within your means and you like what you're hearing and you like the idea of this concert series, there's a little button at the top of the screen that says applaud, and that will allow you to make a donation to the organization. It's a really wonderful idea that all of the money outside of the processing fees goes directly to the musicians. It gets split up evenly. So I think it's a really great thing. And yeah, it's really great to be here with you guys. This next tune is called Pulse Noise. And I guess I was sort of inspired by all the times as a young student, my teachers corrected me to make a good sound. And, proper bow technique, make sure you get the tone of the instrument, all that kind of stuff. Well, since then, I've discovered that I like bad sounds too, and I like putting bad sounds together in ways that I think sound good. So here is Pulse Noise. It's a bit of a jam. There's some drums in there. And actually, fun fact, when I was recording this music for my album, the drums I actually made on the viola somehow. I'm sorry, viola. I probably shouldn't hit the instrument so hard, but it came out really well, I thought. And so I put them in the live version too. So you'll hear some drums. This is Pulse Noise. that was Pulse Noise, excuse me, and that was it's really fun to play because no matter what kind of crappy scratch I get, that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, I like that. So the next one is by my friend Andy Akiho, who I met playing with Public Quartet. We premiered his Lignius Suite, his entire Lignius Suite. It's about a 40-minute piece. The Metropolitan Museum of Art. It was so much fun, huge honor. And most of his music is super intense. It's biting. It's got a lot of polyrhythmic material. Like you can feel the pulse in different ways. And I really like that about his music. But this piece, Karakuranai, was originally written for. It's kind of open instrumentation, but it's mostly played on steel pan and marimba. And it's actually got kind of a chill vibe to it. And so I asked him, could I adapt this for my auto looping live set? And he said, go for it. So this is Karakuranai. I've got to tune my string down real quick. Karakuranai. That was Karakuranai by Andy Akiho. If you're just joining us, my name is Nick Ravel and I play viola. I'm also going to be doing another show tomorrow where I'm going to play some of this music again, but I'm also going to share my screen with you and maybe explain a little bit about how I'm doing all this, show you in the program that I'm using. I think it's pretty neat. And if you want to know more about my process, my composing and how I do these loops, then check it out tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Let's go on to the next one. The next one is based on one of my favorite video game songs from growing up. It's called Mega Blip. The video game was for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It's called Gradius 3. It was this really fun little auto-scroller space shooter video game where you get power-ups and stuff and, you blow the aliens up. But I played it so much as a kid, and as a kid I didn't realize how good those little loops were in the game. And after I'd come back from music school, I was, as a young professional musician, mostly unemployed at the time, so I had time to play video games. And so anyway, I rediscovered this game, and these loops were so cool. They really made you feel like you were in space, fighting aliens. And so I loved it so much, I made a whole auto looper piece based on it. And it's called Mega Blip. So I hope you like it. Mega Blip. The next piece I'm going to play is kind of like a meditation. It's called A Dream Within a Dream. And the reason it's like a meditation is because the whole thing consists of overlapping long tones, false harmonics, really kind of like airy type sounds. It reminds me of, there's some chimes and bells and stuff in the background too. And so it's slow, but never repetitive. It's constantly evolving. And, as this thing, Cuomo just announced it's going to at least May 15th now, the lockdown, and so we are facing more of this. And I just feel like, for me personally, it's good to take a few minutes every day. It's good for me to take a few minutes every day and just take stock of where I'm at. Some people meditate, some people pray, some people just talk to each other, have conversations. So this piece is kind of all that for me. It's called A Dream Within a Dream. That was a dream within a dream. I'm feeling pretty zenned out. I have to return back to thoughts here. I think the next one I'm going to do is a little free improv. I've got some effects down here that, uh-oh. There we go. I think you heard some of those effects just now. Yeah, I've got some effects at my disposal to be inspired by, inspired from, inspired with, I don't know. And I guess similar to the last one involved improvisation as well. And one of the things I really love about improvisation is how it kind of forces you to stay in the moment. It really makes you aware of the time passing, and it makes you, it invites you anyway to participate in the sound that you're hearing and react in a way that you spontaneously feel like reacting. And so these sound effects are going to hopefully help me do that, or I'll get distracted by this is the device that I'm going to be triggering effects with. They're a little bit, those buttons are a little bigger, a little smaller than my toes actually, so it's always a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. So here is, I call this Ham Jam because Hamilton Barry, new cellist in public quartet as of the summer. We used to play together a lot. We used to improvise, and we ran out of good titles, so we just called it Ham Jam. And I still call it Ham Jam even though he's not here. So Ham, if you're listening, this one's for you. Hand jam. Um, I have no idea what I just played. I can't remember it at all. If anybody knows me, wants to tell me what that was like, please do so. So we're at the last tune, and it's been really great playing for you guys. I suppose it's a little weird playing for a camera and a microphone, but I know there's people on the other side. If for some reason you're just joining us, my name is Nick Ravel. I play viola. Welcome to Quarantine Concerts. If you're watching on Twitch, this is being presented by Quarantine Concerts. If you like what you're hearing, you can check out my music. My album is called Letters to My Future Self. I play in a string quartet, public quartet. We were just nominated for a Grammy this past January, I guess November. And actually, this is the shirt I wore to the Grammys. I just realized that. If you like what you're hearing now, feel free to give a little something to Quarantine Concerts. Just click that applaud button at the top. And check out the rest of their upcoming below the video player. And thank you very much. I really appreciate this. Oh, I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'm going to do some screen sharing and show you a little bit about my process, about the programs I use. So without further ado, this is Flytrap, and we'll see you after. Forgot to breathe. Let's see if I can do this. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Thank you so much, everybody. See you later. Take care.